Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful Mobius wrap. This is such a versatile piece that you can use it as a wrap or as a scarf, as a hood, or even as a cowl. So for making this project, I'm using blanket yarn and I will be using a 9mm hook, and all that I'm using, I'll be linking it in the description box below. So we are going to make a chain first, and the chain should be long enough that it wraps around your shoulder, and it should not be very snug, neither it should be very loose that it just slips off your shoulders, but it should be loose enough that you can move your hands easily. So to begin with, we are going to make a slip knot. For that, we'll make an X on our fingers, and I have a detailed video for the same, and I'll be linking it in the description box below as well. Once we have made a slip knot, we are going to start chaining, and I have a small trick over here so that when we make a round, our round is not twisted. For that, we are going to make some chains, and after we have made some chains, we are going to take that hook out, and we are going to insert a hook in that very first chain, and we are going to insert the hook in our working chain now, like that, and we are going to continue making our chains. So this is going to ensure that when we actually make a slip knot, make a slip stitch in our first chain, our chains are not twisted. So we are just going to continue making chains now. As we've discussed earlier, we are going to make a chain long enough so that it fits our body, it fits around those shoulders. It should not be too snug, and also it should not be very loose so that it falls off. Now I'm going to continue making these chains, and I'll see you at the end once I'm done. Now here we have made a chain long enough to wrap around our shoulders, and now we're going to just yarn over, pull through both the loops. So you can see that we have made a slip stitch and there is no twist in our chains, as we had used that little trick. Now we are going to chain 3, 2 and 3. So this chain 3 will be counted as our first double crochet, and now we are going to make a double crochet in the next stitch. So we are going to yarn over the hook, insert a hook in the next stitch, right over there, we are going to yarn over, pull through. We'll be left with 3 loops on a hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. So this is our first double crochet. We are going to make another double crochet in the next stitch, and then in the next stitch we are going to make another double crochet. So basically our row 1 is going to be a row of double crochets. We are just going to make double crochets in each stitch or in each chain, and I am just going to continue doing this, and I'll see you at the end of this row. And here we are at the end of our first row. We have done making double crochets all through the row. And now, instead of making a slip stitch in that very first chain 3, we are going to twist that row so that the bottom part of our row 1 actually comes on top. And now we're going to make a double crochet in that bottom part of our first row. So we are going to insert our hook in the bottom part, yarn over, pull through, then we'll yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. Now in the next chain, bottom chain, we are again going to make a double crochet. So you can see that we have started making a row of double crochets on the bottom part of our chain, and this might look like we are on our row 2, but we actually are doing just our row 1 still. So this is just our row 1, this is not row 2. We are going to continue making double crochets in each chain like that. Now that twist that we just made, like we just twisted our row and we started making double crochets on the bottom part of row, now that twist is going to actually make our Mobius twist. I'm just going to continue doing this. I'm just going to continue making double crochets on the bottom part of the chains, and I'll see you once I'm at the end of the row. Now here we are at the end of our row, and there are a few stitches left which we are going to make right now. So we are just going to continue making these last stitches. We are just going to make a double crochet in each of the chain. Now this part is very interesting. As you can see, we have actually reached our very first chain 3 that we had made, and now we are going to make a slip stitch in the topmost chain of the chain 3. We're going to insert a hook in the third chain of our chain 3. We're going to yarn over, pull through, and pull through that loop as well and make a slip stitch. So this actually completes our first row. And once our first row is done, it should somewhat look like this. We can already see that Mobius twist that is being created. You can see that twist. And you can see that the back part of our wrap is actually straight. So we have got this Mobius twist in the front and the back part is straight. Now moving on to our row 2, we are going to make a chain 3. We're going to chain 3 now. So this is 1, 2, and 3. And now we are going to make a double crochet in the next chain. So in the next stitch we are going to make a double crochet. We're going to yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. This is our second double crochet, and now we're going to make another double crochet in the next stitch. So this is our third double crochet. And this whole Mobius wrap is actually a repeat of one row, which is double crochets. So we are going to keep making these double crochets round and round and round till we reach a desired length of the scarf. Make another one in the next stitch. And now I am just going to continue making these double crochets, and I'll see you at the end of the row. Now as you can see, we are halfway through our second row and we are actually on the opposite side of our chain 3. And now we are just going to continue making our double crochets as we usually do. We're going to continue making double crochets in each stitch, and we'll go around and around and round. As you can see, we will be again at the end of our row 2, and we are going to again slip stitch, or in that chain 3 we'll again chain 3 and continue making our third row. So now we are going to continue making double crochets in the bottom part of our chains. So this is first chain, this is our second chain, and I am going to continue doing this, and I'll see you at the end of our row 2. Now here we are at the end of our row 2, and we are going to make a slip stitch in that chain 3 that we first made. We'll insert a hook in that third chain. We are going to yarn over, pull through, and pull through that loop as well. So this completes our row 2, and once done it should somewhat look like this. Now moving on to row 3, we are again going to chain 3 and make a complete row of double crochets on both the sides. So we are going to chain 3. This is 1, 2 and 3, and now we are going to make a double crochet in the next stitch. So we'll insert a hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops. We'll again make another double crochet in the next stitch, and then one more in the next stitch. So we are going to make a double crochet on both the sides again, and we are going to complete our row 3 like that. So I'm just going to continue making these double crochets, and I'll see you once I'm done. Once our row 3 is complete, it should somewhat look like this. We can clearly see the Mobius twist now. And now we are just going to continue making more and more rows, and we'll make it as long as we want. And once we have made enough rows as per our liking, our Mobius wrap should somewhat look like this. Once done, it should somewhat look like this. Thanks for watching my video. If you do like my video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Happy crocheting!